If you want your afro to grow, just stop wearing your afro. Just recently cut my hemp length hair to shoulders length, so I'm giving you all the tips so we can grow our hair together. I know what you're thinking. What are you talking about? Stop wearing my afro. Have you noticed the trend that every girl who is able to grow their hair usually have their hair stretched out in some type of form? I'm gonna tell you my top 3 reasons why I always cut my hair stretched. Have you noticed that people with straighter hair always have to wash their hair, like if not every day, every other day? It's because our hair naturally creates moisture and a moisturizer for our strands, which is sebum. You keep your hair in a stretched state, the sebum is actually able to coat all throughout your strands all the way to the end. Now, I'm not saying that your hair cannot be moisturized if it's curly. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. All I'm saying is that if you want to help keep that natural moisture barrier on your strands, keeping your hair in a stretched state where the sebum can actually coat your strands, it's a good idea. Now, the second reason you should keep your hair stretched is because of strength. If you have a piece of plastic and you're constantly bending it back and forth, it's going to create a weak point in that plastic and usually snap off at some point. And that's the same concept when it comes to our curly strands. That's why when you comb your hair or when you're manipulating it and it's curly, you always have to wet it. And the wetness acts as a lubricant that won't cause that friction between those curly weakened points. Now, when your hair is stretched out, you don't have to worry about your hair constantly bending back and forth and creating the weak points within your hair. And it just makes it easier to manipulate as well. Now, number 3 is a kind of you like it or you don't situation, but it's fairy knots. Fairy knots are a type of split end that can happen at any point of the strand. I'm not saying that your hair won't grow if you have fairy knots, but having that tight point in your hair, eventually it's a weak point that cannot be undone. You can't straighten it out. Once the knot is there, it's there. And keep your hair stretched and it will ultimately keep your hair healthy. Those are my tips for today. If you like what you heard, go ahead and give me a follow because we're getting more. We're giving more. Hi, it's Sion from the future, and I do want to add that you do not have to wear your stretched hair all the time. You can do your wash and goes, you can do your other styles in between, you can do your twist outs. Okay, that's kind of stretched hair, but you can do your afro here and there. All just majority of the time, try to keep your hair stretched if you are looking to retain your hair growth more easily. That's it. Don't come for me. I said what I said. I said it, okay?